Morning, happy Taco Tuesday. Hopefully, we do not have the same problem we had yesterday. I pulled the plug on the stream because we weren't having good audio. It was glitchy. I didn't think to check the microphone, though. I think it was the Restream software that I used to stream to multiple platforms. Honestly, is what I think it was. So when we get some people on here, we'll ask them how the audio sounds. It also could have been my connection to my microphone, right? I didn't check those, but I could tell it was kind of glitchy. In fact, I'm going to lose. I'll leave my picture here in a minute, but let me see how it is. Hey, Coach Master, how's the connection to my microphone? How's the audio sounding this morning, Coach Master? I'm hoping it's better. I think honestly, I think it's the Restream software that streams it. It may be overloading my computer, but I'd rather not go run and buy a new computer today. It could have been my microphone connections. Anyway, how's the audio sound, Coach Master? If you have a chance, let me know. I appreciate it. I just listened to it. It sounded okay on my Twitter, but I didn't want to have an echo, so I don't know. But yeah, let me know if you can, Coach Master, anyone else listening, either on X or on YouTube, how the audio sounds. I hope it doesn't seem, I'm going to lose my little picture in picture too. I think that maybe helps with the bandwidth, but yeah, I feel like it's, oh, the audio's good. Okay. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. Great show today. Great show as usual, man. Yeah, no, the audio, I literally had to pull the plug on it and I didn't save any. I deleted them all. Great. Well, I'm glad it's sounding better. I honestly think what it was, I don't know, my computer, I shut it down for a couple hours before the show. In fact, right as your show started today, Scott, I shut my computer down, give it a chance. But I think it's the Restream software. I think it does puts quite a bit of stress on it. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad it's a little better. I didn't save any of the things. I deleted them all, and I actually cut the stream off because it was so bad. Coach Master was telling me it was bad. Mr. Heine was here telling me it was bad. And I hate that, right? I hate that when you're trying to listen to something and you're losing every word. So glad it's a little better. Like I said, I think I'll just shut my computer off overnight, let it rest. I do believe it's this one software. Probably will buy a new computer, but I don't want to have to run out and nearest Apple store to me is hour away. So I do need to get a new computer though. Just haven't done it yet. But anyway, Bitcoin. Yeah, listen, we have people, even though the Fed, I think has been generally considered that they're going to lower rates, not lower rates, but keep them steady. Now there's a little bit of uncertainty creeping in there and people are starting to get a little bit worried. Also, we have the Clarity Act seems to be getting kicked down the road too. So let me refresh these and take a look. But yeah, so market bloodbath this morning so far is what it was looking like. Crypto and man taking 2 to 4% dumps. And sometimes I wonder if on the crypto side, the big market makers don't use any news, any uncertainty as a reason to just do liquidation runs. So, because yesterday we kind of saw it both ways, but NASDAQ right now down 0.9%, almost 1%. Dow up 0.57 and S&P down 0.2. Oil, there's some Middle East issues too we'll talk about, but oil is down 80.98, down another 2% almost today. So I would say not too bad, right, from the oil. And there's some stuff news we'll talk about, but anyway, welcome everyone on kind of a bloody Tuesday. May have to wash those tacos down with tequila, though that could all be the Fed issue with the Fed and the fears behind the Fed. Those things could resolve themselves tomorrow. The meeting starts today. It'll be announced tomorrow. He'll do a talk speech. Of course, then we always have to listen for hints on his speech. That can hurt us too. So tomorrow's going to be a big Wednesday, to be honest with you, with everything that's happening. So we shall see what happens there. there's basically four things we're dealing with right now today. The Fed uncertainty, which I didn't think there was much uncertainty there, but people are like, could he raise? Could he raise? So that's what's really hurting us today. We have the Clarity Act, which is a big one. You know, little more negativity. I'll show you here. Galaxy Digital lowered their prediction of it passing. There seems to be moving the other way. We've got the war, which we kind of keep an eye on oil, and we've got this, the whole AI thing. Is AI? It's obviously taking a lot of money from the market, but is the cap expenditure justified? We're used to Google and all these companies having so much cash, and now they're in negative cash flows because they're spending so much on AI infrastructure. Those are kind of the four main themes that we're dealing with right now. One of those is going to go away tomorrow. It's either going to get better or get worse. I don't think he's going to. I'm going to go out on a rim side. They're not going to raise. I think. I know Steph, who is our kind of our resident TA guy for both the Heine Show and the GM Bitcoin Morning Show. He thinks they're going to raise next meeting in September. I don't see any way that happening right before midterms. Trump handpicked this guy. Now he's going to do his own thing, but I don't think he's going to raise personally. But Steph does, so let's note that out. We don't know. Nobody knows. We're all just speculating. But anyway, there we are, getting a little worse. 115 negative. Let's look at crypto. Crypto. I don't know if it looks like it's even worse than it was. Bitcoin, damn, that's it. Up 63,036. Down 4%. Look at that. Yeah. And now we're actually below 63 now, 62,970. So that just puts us not too high above that 200-week moving average. So I will blame it today on Fed uncertainty, but maybe more with this Clarity Act not looking good. But yeah, that's a big drop, man. That's a big drop on Bitcoin. Ethereum, maybe even worse because it's been flying a little higher. Yep. Ethereum, 1868, down 5.3%. So wow. These are bad markets today. Definitely washing those tacos down with some tequila today. XRP, 5.7% drop at 104.79. Let's call it 105. Solana, I assume more of the same. Bloodbath, yeah. Now, this could kind of, come back a little bit. This is a bad day. Definitely no way to sugarcoat today. 72.59, yeah, down 5.9. So, yeah, absolute bloodbath. Now, looking over at the Robinhood, their superstar over there, the Cash Cat, really looking bad. 34.40, down 85%. People are wondering, will it ever come back, right? It may be so hard to know. There's all these hype around these new chains. I personally have bought 4 coins over there, all pretty highly touted by people I trust, but it's a new chain. It's a Wild West. I've lost money on all of them. I'm playing with less than $400 or $500 over there, so it's no big deal. But I'm 0 for 4 on my plays. It doesn't mean it's going away, just kind of been contrasting that with Ansem. Of course, realize we're both in drops today, so not a big deal. But Ansem 160, yeah, that's a decent drop too. Early, yeah. These, I don't know what these are, hour candles. Yeah, it was more like, so Ansem's getting hit as well. Our favorite, of course, the Bitcoin bull, taking a little hit with the market as well. It was about 44 overnight, 42. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was 42, 45 overnight. Yeah, if we look at the candles, we were up to about 44 and some change. Now we're at 38. We kind of got this resistance / support around 40. But when you're a Solana-based token and the whole market crashes, you're going to feel it, right? For the most part. So keep pumping that. Keep talking about that. But we're looking pretty good. But yeah, here it is. Cash Cap meme coin drops 80% from peak. Cash Cat, inspired by Robinhood's original Cash Cat name, surged over 4,000 its first week, hitting a $200 million peak. Now it's down 83%. Bulls see opportunity in the fear, link it to Robinhood Chain's 3.2 million TVL, 100 million trend. Well, caught bears on meme coin volatility. So who knows? We'll see, man. But I wouldn't be investing in it right now. It's too new, right? Too new, and people are probably looking at the next shiny object. I don't know if it comes back or not. I'm not a buyer at this point. Corrupt New York AG Letitia James said the Clarity Act would weaken state enforcement. So, bottom line, she did her whole campaign. She was going to get Trump thrown in jail, whatever. Had a bunch of bogus charges. She's against it. I'm for it. So anything she says has nothing meaning to me. But anyway, this is going to be a fight. It's looking like it's not going to pass, but that's going to be very hurtful for the U.S. economy, the U.S. Dollar, all those things. Metaplanet, $13 million Shibu acquisition could lay the foundation for Bitcoin-backed bond market in Japan, targeting 4 to 6% yields. We know they're not with the problem they're having now. That could be a very good thing. So I think that's super positive news. Metaplanet, of course, a mini version of MicroStrategies without the aggressive nature. Galaxy Research, I think this is I think this is what's really hurting it. This and some fear of the Fed, obviously. But the fear of the Fed short term, 30 hours from now, it'll be resolved, right? One way or the other, good or bad. But Galaxy Research has lowered the odds of the Clarity Act becoming law this year from 50 to 30%, citing the Senate's 60 vote threshold. So, yeah, they got to get this done. If not, it's going to give China a jump, Russia a jump. It's going to this probably the deal that would decide. This probably what decides. Does Bitcoin go down in the 50s and the 40s, or did we already see the bottom? I think this sole piece right here is going to be the main. This is kind of the, if we're kind of balancing right now, this is the tipping point right here, in my opinion. I think that's it. We'll see. It's not looking good right now. I don't know. Netanyahu and Trump will hold a high-stakes Oval Office meeting today. First face-to-face meeting since the war. So, yeah. So, right now, oil's showing positive. Oil's dropping. So, we'll see. Oh, he's in D.C. for Senator Graham's funeral. Yeah. That was kind of random when he passed away. We all thought it was the old turtle-looking guy. Was in like a coma, and he came out, and then Senator Graham came back healthy as a horse overnight from over there in Ukraine and dropped dead the next day. So they say it was an aortic tear, which, yeah, you don't come back from that. You're dead in hours. But I don't know. I don't know if they've done a full autopsy, but I'll take a quick look, see if we're getting better or worse. A little better off the lows anyway. Yeah, so hey, Mr. Heine, GM, hopefully you can hear me better today. I didn't think yesterday to check all my connections on my microphone, but my computer, I was having a lot of problem. I think it's the software, the Restream software. I think that puts an extra load on your computer. So what I did is I let my computer rest for a couple hours, and then I shut it down. I didn't turn the Restream on till the last minute. And I probably need to get a new computer, to be honest with you, but hopefully not today. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Scott thought he could, at least on YouTube. So I hate that when, I hate it. So I didn't save any of my, deleted all the recordings and cut it off early. But Saudi Aramco, they shut down their 400,000 barrel refinery after a Houthi strikes the key part, and it's not going to be online for a couple of weeks. So the Houthi thing is gaining steam. Obviously, they're directly engaging, and they may be bringing the U.S. I don't know if they're like a formidable force, and I don't know much about the Houthis, but so far they kind of stayed out of it, and now they're kind of becoming a lead character here. The NASDAQ, this is interesting. The NASDAQ 100 QQQ is on track for its first worst July in 22 years amid the AI-led sell-off. So I think what this is, I think tech companies are just hurting. We saw what happened to IBM. A lot of these, these SaaS companies and stuff, a lot of that stuff's going to be able to be doing it with AI and stuff like that. I don't know. All I know is that when it's your worst, NASDAQ 100 has its worst July in 22 years. That's crazy. Also, there is the issue of the AI CapEx expenditure. Is it a right amount? Is it too much? Like I say, people are used to these companies having billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars in cash every quarter, and now they're negative cash flow. So it's a lot of plays happening. Transitory time for sure. I think this is bullish for us. A Binance CEO, Richard Tung, said B stocks surpassed $2 billion in trading volume over the weekend, highlighting demand for always-on markets 24/7. So just over the weekend, they traded $2 billion in volume. Of course, I do the same here on BitUnex. Here on BitUnex, I trade. Of course, I mainly trade my grid bots with no leverage, but also you can trade oil, gold, some stocks like SPCX. So link in my bio on my X account. I think it's great. They're a non-KYC exchange. You have to use a VPN in some areas, but anyway, I won't wait for it to pull up. But yeah, let's see. But you can trade oil, you can trade gold, silver, some stocks as well. So yeah, there's obviously a demand for that, and now we have new tools. All this stuff's going on the blockchain though, but I thought that was good news. Galaxy, and I don't think this Galaxy Digital, but I don't know, maybe it is. But anyway, this Galaxy company has acquired 500 acres in Texas for a new AI center. Initial plan of 74 megawatts. So this infrastructure is not slowing down, like Hoff used to tell us on the show. Copper wire, power companies. You guys probably remember this is a lawsuit. Apple had a fake wallet on there. Someone lost 840,000. It was reported. They didn't take it off. People went on to lose 1.84 million because it was a fake wallet. So super scary when you have a fake wallet makes its way onto these app stores. You go in there to download it, you use it, you trust it, put your seed phrase, boom, gone. But they're being sued because they didn't act fast enough. We'll see where that goes. But yeah, that's tricky because we usually trust the app stores, right? Definitely a point of failure. President Trump says interest rates should be lowered. So that's his take. We'll see. I do not see a hike tomorrow. Trump handpicked this guy. I honestly see maybe I don't even see one like Steph does for next month. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a rate cut, Trump didn't pick this guy. You never know. Once you're in, there's nothing Trump can do. But I think Trump sees eye to eye with this guy. So it'll be interesting. Here's what I say. By the way, thanks everyone for supporting and listening. Hope the audio is a little better today. I would say we don't have to get too excited today. It's a Tuesday. Have your tacos. Take some tequila shots if you need to. Don't worry too much. The Fed thing will resolve itself tomorrow. I guess probably only days away from knowing one way or another on the Clarity Act because they're getting ready for their summer break. I would say let's chill, have some fun, touch some grass, hit some change. Mr. Heine hit a hole-in-one the other day out at the country club. I've never even come close to that. Even on miniature golf, I can't hit a hole-in-one. But, yeah, get out there, do some stuff. Chill out. We'll see what happens tomorrow at the Fed. Could be rocky, though. Like I say, there's some volatility like we saw yesterday. Mostly good yesterday. Today, mostly negative, but we'll see. Don't take it too serious. Feel free to join us over on the GM Bitcoin Morning Show. Scott will be there. A bunch of us will be there. Come up. Make your sentiment known. We'll probably talk a little more about the Bitcoin bull, some other things, and the news. Come up and make yourself heard. Like I say, not a whole lot we can do other than kind of see how these factors play out. But thank you for joining me today, and we'll see everyone tomorrow morning. See